take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning teams. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to picking me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once.
It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news. At Paul Brown Stadium, that's where we're at here in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Cincinnati Bengals. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First carry here for Joe Mixon.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That catch good for only a couple.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. 23 yards the pickup there.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Now they try the right side here, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. Now it's Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Check 26, check 26.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. It's Mixon on the counter. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Marquise Blair on
a free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Burrow. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
On second down, here's Mixon. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36.
On the carry.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Forced to the ground and incomplete.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. We're scoreless after one.
With no score.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. To throw again is Wilson. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Bengals nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, you're almost in field goal position.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And a short gain down to about the 33. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
Gain of 15.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He was brought down by Von Bell. It's a gain of 7.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again, Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Harrison Smith on the coverage.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Switch.
On third down, Mixon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. 9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
It's 2nd down and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Zerline set to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Wilson. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. The 30. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Philip Dorsett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is. I mean, he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play.
I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard, and while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. They'll give it to Mixon, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. And that one makes it 14-7.
Is good. Makes the score Seahawks 14, Bengals 7. Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
First down, Seahawks.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
He was brought down by...
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Wilson steps away to his left. And his throw here is incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. From the gun, Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards, the final tally.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 5-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Matt Gay on
circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
At the 32-yard line.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
34-yard line.
On 2nd down, Burrow. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
4 yards.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And it's taken in at the 9. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 16-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is...
It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 46 yards. On 1st down, Wilson going for Metcalf on the... And this is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1. At the 20.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
And at the 41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. To the air again, Burrow. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14.
Makes the score Seahawks 28, Bengals 14. Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here.
Really?
Put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
And it's
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Wilson. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. To throw is Wilson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Wilson looking for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Wilson will throw again. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down now, Mixon, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now Joe Mixon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, "What was that all game?" Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
On first down, Mixon fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mixon And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this score will stay right where it is.